Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marcis. This is your Tuesday morning forecast update. We'll spend a minute here talking about some of the heat, as a lot of areas will be drying out today. So we have a 2 to 3 day, call it mini heat wave, building in as we continue through the week here. But the main focus of the forecast is going to be the tropics. We have a storm that is likely going to be developing here in the Gulf as we continue through the week here. And that may send us some rain by the end of the week. So we're watching that closely. But the weather story for us today is this area of high pressure that is building overhead. That's going to bring some drier air for us and nudge most of this rainfall out of the way. So we've had a few showers and storms overnight north of I-30. This is where the rain is going to stay today. So we've had some of those scattered storms for the last 3 to 4 days or so, but that pattern drying up on us today, which means your temperatures will be a few degrees warmer this afternoon. But your Robin Soda Futurecast here, it does keep some of these showers and storms going mainly across McCurtain, Little River, Sevier, Howard, and maybe Hempstead counties today. I think that's where we'll see some of these pop-up showers and storms as we go through the afternoon. The rest of us going to see that drying trend today, and given that we'll be drying out in most areas, we'll likely see these temperatures warm an extra degree or two. We've been in the low to mid 90s for most of the week. We're starting out in the 70s. We will wind up in the 90s again this afternoon. 94 yesterday in Shreveport. Will be a few degrees warmer today at about 96, and then 95 for a high in Texarkana. And the heat index today will probably wind up around 103 or 104 degrees this afternoon. That's with the humidity factored in. So our heat index by tomorrow likely 105 or above. So I think we'll see the heat advisories back in most areas Wednesday and likely Thursday as well. The late week time period is going to be highly dependent on where this storm out in the Gulf eventually makes its way late this week and into the weekend. National Hurricane Center, they're up to a medium chance of development with this tropical wave that is going to be again moving into the northern Gulf here over the next few days. Here's the spaghetti models. So again, each one of these lines indicates one of the forecast models that we often look at when we come to the tropic situations here. And most of the models do show it making its way over water here and then pushing to the north. I will say that conditions are very favorable for development here. Again, the higher in the Gulf this storm is, the less likely it will develop. But if some of the tracks wind up further to the south here, that's something we'll have to watch. Either way, this is probably going to send some of the coastal showers and storms in our direction late this week. So what we would call just kind of an enhanced sea breeze once we get into maybe Friday and Saturday. Whether or not this becomes a tropical depression or tropical storm is still very much up in the air. And National Hurricane Center has that at about a 40% chance. So it's a pretty decent chance that this could become a named system. I believe the next name on the list is Dexter. So this could be tropical depression or tropical storm Dexter if it taps into the right conditions here. But this looks pretty disorganized. Once we get into Friday and Saturday, you can see some of those tropical rains coming in. So I do have some scattered storms in the forecast to close out the week here. So that may bring an abrupt end to our heat wave. So again, it's not the worst thing for us. And our rain chances here look pretty manageable at maybe 1 to 2 inches south of Interstate 20. You can see the corridor of heavier rainfall going to be down here maybe in southeast Louisiana. But obviously we're 3 to 4 days away from this maybe impacting land, especially in the Gulf Coast. So there are going to be some changes here to the forecast. Right now I'm forecasting as if we'll pull some rain off of this Thursday, maybe Thursday night, Friday into Saturday, which should drop our temperatures back to near average in the mid 90s over the weekend here. But again, any kind of track change with that system, whether it's closer to us or maybe further away, will have an effect on some of the rain chances here. So we'll keep you posted on that as we continue through the week. Overnight lows will be in the 70s.